What is going on, everyone? And welcome back to another About Teams video. And this is our MLB segment. And today got a little fun, Obviously, 7 weeks now into the season or something like that. They're already flying by. So I think now is a good time to predict where we think the All-Star game is going to go, starting lineups. And obviously, starting in the American League, American National. That's how it always works. Both of our teams are in the American League too, so it's always more fun to do that. With that being said, I'm excited to see kind of where we go, because this is also partially projection, because obviously voting isn't right now where you have to submit a ballot. This is it. Still got whenever it is, whenever voting ends. We still got at least a month, I think. So I'm excited where we go, who we think maybe pulls away, because there are obviously some tight spots. Regardless to that, I guess, do you want to start at catcher first, then I go?
Yeah, I'll start at catcher. So my all-star starting catcher would be, at this point, Salvador Perez. I mean, he's playing MVP level. He's hitting, well over 300 power, leading the Royals to, one of probably their best season within the past few years. Division race. So that's who I had at catcher. About you?
Yeah, for me it was either him or Adley Rutschman making a late push. Still love what Adley does, but I mean, the way Salvador's hitting for power and average, like a 320 something average, shout out to him, especially at his age. It's close. I think Adley will make it as a backup, but yeah, right now I have to go Salvador. I don't really think there's much.
Yeah, these are just starters too, so I would 100% put Adley in there too. I can't see him not making the All-Star, barring any injury.
Yeah, no. Shout out to him. First baseman, I guess we'll kind of flip-flop back and forth who goes first.
Yep.
I'll go first for this one. I got Josh Naylor. Solid 12 home runs already, 260 average. He's overall been a solid first baseman for the Guardians, and kind of produces the lone power, because obviously why they're so good is that pitching always produces high quality the people out of their prospect pool. Obviously 900 OPS around there. He's been balling. Gotta give some shout out to him. Even as a Twins fan, been an absolute beast for them, and kind of one of their only threatening hitters at the plate. So gotta show some love there.
Yep, I had Josh Naylor too. I think he's best first baseman in the American League right now. If this is biased and non-biased opinion, if Tristan Casas was healthy and playing right now, I'd probably have him on the pace he was on. He was, he was really tearing the cover off the ball when he suffered his injury, which is a really weird injury. But yeah, Naylor. I mean, I love Naylor's game. He plays fiery as hell. People see him, hitting home runs, smashing the bat off his helmet as he's running down the first baseline.
I always love that fire when players play with
rocking the baby on Garrett Cole in the playoffs. Love that. But yeah, he's a guy who he doesn't strike out, can hit for power, and is extremely clutch. So for all those reasons and more, he's my starting first baseman. Now, second baseman.
Disappointing team. Disappointing, career with regards to cheating, but still got to show love to Jose Altuve at second base. He is not the problem for why the Astros are so mid, although Nick, they're quickly only a half game back, or they're tied now with our Athletics, shutting them out yesterday. But he obviously hasn't been the problem. Still hitting for average, hits for some power, good OPS, solid player. I didn't really think there was too much strong competition here, so I went with him.
I'm sticking same division, but it's not Altuve. I'm going Marcus Semien. The Rangers have kind of gotten off to a slow start, and they're slowly picking it up, but still kind of struggling. But he's still been hitting the ball beautifully. I can't remember his numbers off the top of my head, but he's, staple at the top of that lineup, a guy who year in, year out plays 162 games. I can see Altuve, though. I mean, Altuve, like you said, isn't the problem. There's a bunch of stuff going on in Houston. We just saw Blanco get booted from a game.
Yeah. I
Now,
agree.
you want to go third baseman or shortstop?
Go third. Go third.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
I'm going Baltimore love Joey Westberg. What's the laugh for, yo?
You just can't give love, can you? You can't give love. I had Devers. I have Rafi Devers. He's the best third baseman in the American League. Maybe Jose
Joey
Ramirez.
Westberg hitting above 300, 7 dingers, just some good. And Rafi Devers, the thing about him, why he always gets knocked, because he always has a good bat, but it's the fielding for me.
Fielding's been up this year, man.
Yeah,
as a team, no. As a team, hell no, they're awful fielding. I'm not going to get into that though.
But Joey Westberg, what is it? An 890 OPS? Like, show some respect, man. Like, gotta give it to the better player this year, the better team. All love to Baltimore. Let's get it, Orioles.
Hey, if we're talking OPS, Devers is at 870. He's not far off.
So 20 above. So Westberg, what's Devers' average? What's Devers' average?
Walk. That's like a walk. His average is 280.
Joey Westberg plus 20 in that category. I mean, how many dingers does Rafi have?
5, because he missed like a week and a half.
I mean, Joey Westberg has 7. Like, I think every stat proves Joey Westberg is just better, and your bias is kicking in now.
If you're talking about literally as we speak, then yeah, he's got better stats. But I'm talking.
Okay, I like it. All right, stick to your guts, but we'll see who gets voted. Like, that Joey Westberg hype train ain't slowing down. Like,
I'm talking into the All-Star break. These are my projections because a few of these guys who I have on my list, their numbers don't add up right now, but I'm projecting them to pick up. That's what I'm basing mine off of.
Yeah, I respect it. You gotta stick to your bias, and obviously I have some bias picks in here too, so I'm not mad. Rafi, good player.
It makes you feel good. That's my only Red Sox in this American League lineup.
Really? I was expecting some Tyler O'Neill respect.
I'm projecting him to not keep up compared to the other outfielders.
All right, you know what? I can respect it. Maybe Devers slips in, but yeah, no, I'm just, I think what got me was just, like you felt like I was disrespecting by doing this, kind of, shaking your head, like, come on, bro, like, respect Joey Westberg.
Devers all day.
I respect it though. Shortstop, I guess I'll go first. For me, it was between Gunnar Henderson or Bobby Witt, but I'm gonna show love to my Baltimore gang. Sister lives there now. Love Baltimore. Love the team. Young, exciting. I think Gunnar Henderson for me, but it's very close. I'm not like you.
Yeah,
you can flip a coin.
I've got Gunnar Henderson too, but Bobby Witt is a close second, and either of them could start in the All-Star.
So exciting to see him develop.
Yeah, I love watching Bobby Witt play baseball. He's a 5-tool player, like speed, average, power, glove. Like he literally has it all. So I think those two are probably on this list.
Those are the two.
Probably the most interchangeable. They're probably the most interchangeable.
Someone said Bobby Witt. I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. I just think, Gunnar Henderson, what he's doing in his second year, unreal power, just does everything too. Mm-hmm. With that being said, all right, that wraps up the infield. Outfield, I think we can both kind of just put this player out there without like any argument. Juan Soto, Yankees.
Yep, he's one of them.
So him, this is where we might go different. Who's your second, or who are your next two?
I did center field, left field, right field, but I think we can just say outfield
just outfield. Yeah.
So my second two are Kyle Tucker, who's been playing at an MVP level, and finally this one I don't know if you'll have it, but you could. This is again based off projection.
I won't because of a bias pick here. That's why I won't.
Oh, okay. So you're picking like Buxton?
No.
Okay. Well, I got Aaron Judge. He's been starting to pick it up with the bat. He's hitting like 250 now. Started out like hitting 180 with like 2 or 3 home runs, but I think he's in the top 5 in American League for home runs now. He's a guy who's a naturally incredible hitter. Hate to say it as a Red Sox fan that I've got, 2 Yankees starting in the outfield for the All-Star game, but I know when to give my flowers. So
I'm not mad at that at all. I have Kyle Tucker as well. Disappointing Astros team, but you still got a top-heavy lineup with him, Jordan, Altuve, like I have in my All-Star team. With that being said, though, I went a little bit different. I went a guy I was really fed up with after that 2019 Bomba Squad season. He kind of fell off, but Max Kepler has really bounced back this season. 318 average so far, 900 OPS. The power still isn't fully there, but he's making good extra base hit contact and has just kind of been coming through since he got off that, since he was injured for I believe a week or two. So it's kind of more of a projection, the more power will be there, the more RBIs. But it's exciting to see him ball out in a contract year. I loved his 2019. Obviously, he got MVP votes that year. He's kind of returned to that form a little bit, at least, average-wise, the power. He's still hitting the ball hard. I got to show some love. Solid team. He's been a huge reason why they've been able to rally off that win streak they did of winning. I think it was 13 in a row. Shout out to Max Kepler. But
I don't mind that pick at all.
Yeah, Aaron Judge obviously been heating up. Can he heat up even more as the weather gets warmer? But yeah, overall we had a similar trajectory of what we think it's going to shape out as.
DH.
With that being DH, Ryan Jeffers for me.
Yeah, we had the same guy. We're the same guy.
It wasn't even Christian Vasquez catches half the games for whatever reason, even though he struggles. But Ryan Jeffers has all the power. I believe 10 home runs, average up there, 280 something, almost 1,000 OPS. Unreal stuff from him. He's been improving, and he was the reason I came up with the rally sausage. So a great teammate as well. Gotta love that. Yeah, Ryan Jeffers for me, and obviously you had the same pick.
Yep.
Just a great hitter, improving. Starting pitching. You first.
Me first. So
we're only gonna do one. Who's pitching that first inning?
The starter.
Yeah, who's starting that first inning?
For the All-Star game, American League All-Star game, based off of how they've been pitching, how I think they're going to continue to pitch, I got Tarek Skubal starting the All-Star game. I think he's been lights out for the Tigers. I know the Tigers are kind of, pushed off to the side. They had a hot start, but they're probably not going to compete in that AL Central. But I think he's still going to be Cy Young finalist, and I think he's going to be pitching lights out up to the All-Star break.
See, I had Tanner Houck.
You did? No shit.
I went Tyreek Skubal as well. Just wanted to mess with you for a sec. No, I mean, shout out to Tanner Houck, though. He'd probably be my third or second coming off the bench. Great season from Tanner so far. Tyreek Skubal, though, been unreal. Tigers, obviously, still around the 500 mark. They're nothing crazy. It's just that AL Central really competitive that kind of no one expected, the Royals to be this good early on. But yeah, I think for me, Tarek Skubal just been unreal stuff. I don't even know if he's lost a game yet. Just been a beast. So yeah, we had the same starting pitcher, kind of boring.
Did you have a reliever?
Yep, I did. And I know the hot topic. I know it. Guy throws hard. We love him. Mason Miller for the Athletics, been kind of unreal. But I'm going somewhere different. I'm going with my guy, Johan Duran. Has not given up a single run this year. Obviously was injured up until the later part of April. But since he has been back, he always has unreal stuff. He's unhittable. Obviously, Mason Miller, great story as well. People count Mason Miller. I think both will make the All-Star game. But I'm going to show love to the guy that has always been reliable for me. He's a guy in Minnesota sports, you don't ever feel comfortable with, a big lead or something. It's just that nervousness. With Johan Duran, you don't get that. The game is going to be over. And Edwin Diaz is one of the best, introductions, to when he's running onto the field. Just flame throwing stuff as well with Mason Miller. And then just, obviously the great stats as well. Could go either way on this one, but I'm going with who I believe is the best reliever in baseball. And I think once he gets even more games, like another month, and it keeps this up, I think. I mean, he obviously will allow some runs here and there, but obviously no runs so far, so nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I love that pick. I love Duran. I think I would love to have him on my team. I mean, he throws
Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out.
What do you mean chill out?
He's a twin for life. He's a twin for life.
Showing you respect. Okay. So was Poppy, right? Anyways, yeah, he'll probably not probably unless he gets hurt, which I hope he doesn't. Duran's going to be in the All-Star game, but my pick, kind of a little bit away from the flamethrowers, could have gone on Mason Miller because we.
Oh, so you didn't go Mason Miller?
Okay. I didn't go Mason Miller. No, didn't go Duran. I went with a guy who I think is just when he's on his game, he's one of the best closers in the game. He's pretty unhittable when he's on. We've seen him the past few years kind of be off. But back in, I believe, 2022 or 2021, he was extremely solid and an all-star then. Again, breaks my heart to say it, but I'm going the Yankees, Clay Holmes.
Jeez, you glazing the Yankees.
Bro, I hate it. Trust me, I hate it. But I'm not going to be biased and just say they're not making it because they're on the Yankees.
No, I'm just kidding. Clay Holmes is a great one.
Clay Holmes is solid, but there's so many relief pitchers. It's kind of tough to just pick one.
But it probably is Clay Holmes. I just but there's that story with Mason Miller. Just kind of on a athletics team that doesn't have much, but it's turned into one of the best. Yeah, Clay Holmes solid as well. A lot of good picks here. I'm not mad. Hopefully, as a Twins fan yesterday, or a couple days, I think Clay Holmes has pitched in the series. You can tell he's unhittable. But shout out to the Yankees really improving from what was a disaster last year. Even Nick showed more love as the Red Sox fan, but Yankees gotta give them their respect. One of the best teams in the American League, probably the second best or best if you want to argue between them and the Orioles. With that being said, is there anything else you want to add to our MLB All-Star picks? I know we'll do National League soon.
No, yeah, I'm excited to do the National League. I got a few names that come to mind when thinking of a few positions, but I'm excited to go through and kind of figure out who I have. I think the National League is going to be a bit more, I want to say obscure, because I mean, it's a little bit Dodgers heavy, but at the same time, there's a lot of players on bad teams who are playing good.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be very interesting. I think it'll be good. Yeah, like you said, more diverse probably. But with that being said, thank you guys all for listening to our MLB early All-Star predictions, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.